Good morning, everyone. We're gonna do a little garden tour, a little update on the garden, and I'll be showing you all the new trees, all the new repottings. I am moving, so you get a last look at this place. Okay, let's get into it. So over here, here's a winged elm. Sorry, I'm a little nasally right now. It's got a tremendous base on it. I had to restart the branching because the apex was actually dead when I first got it. That's actually how I got a good deal on it. And so I've just restarted all the branching and have it in a pretty good sized pot right now, just so it grows healthy. Really looking forward to how that one grows. Here's a twisted pomegranate. It's in an Ichio pot. Really nice glaze on that. As you can see, old pot. That's a pre-World War II pot. Still training out this branch on the left side, and on all the other sides, I just have to start ramifying to get the proper form, but the trunk's all there. Now this is the beastie. It's a giant fig that I air layered, and it's an absolute monster, as you can see. And right now I'm just working on kind of ramifying it. This is its first year in a bonsai pot. It's healthy now and ready to go. It's a pretty dramatic composition, but I'm looking forward to developing that one. Here's another fig in a antique Chinese container. It's kind of unusual style, but I have this, the roots have been exposed slowly over time, so it's kind of created almost a base of sorts. But I'm liking the composition so far. This is actually a tree from a friend. This is a tamarisk. I have it in an antique container, Takamoto. And it reminds me of almost like a dragon flying off. It has beautiful flowers in the springtime. Get a closer look at the pot. That nice gnarled trunk. See the buds starting to push. There they go. Oh, really liking this tree. This is a Itoigawa in an antique Chinese container. It is created by Mas Ishii and Gary Ishii, twisting all the way through. It was initially in a pot more sideways, and I brought it a little bit more upright. I reduced the dead wood on the top. I really like how it's coming out. I definitely want to train that bottom branch to come down a bit more, but so far so good. And let's get a close look at that container. Nice trunk on there, that root flare. And this is a very special variety of pomegranate. Also a beast, as you can see, pretty big tree there. It has a multicolored flower, and it comes from a collection that's not so far off from World War II. So it's an extraordinarily old tree. It was a cutting that was kind of left, and it eventually grew into the size of a massive tree. And really happy to see that one progressing and healthy. This is a multicolored quince. That's the variety name. Got that from Tak Shiamazu. I've recently acquired that, so we'll see how that develops. Just kind of You can see the flower buds are just starting to open up. Here's an amazing chojubai, kind of running off to the left. We got some flowers that are gonna start. There you go. But oh yeah, that's gonna be a tree to remember. Have it in a deep pot because the chojubai don't really seem to like the shallow containers. And right now the branching is a little all over the place, but with time I'll reduce things down and ramify it out a little bit better. But it is a beast of a tree. Also in an old Japanese container. Nice green glaze on it. Really like that tree. Alright, moving on. Here's a silverberry that I'm going to be actually air layering off a bunch of teeny tiny trees from it. There we go. You can see them. So I have actually about 3 trees to 4 trees on there that I'll air layer off for mame. Here's a massive dwarf olive. This I got from Robert Pressler a while back. It's right now just growing wild, and I eventually plan on cutting it back. But with olives, if you cut them back before they're extremely healthy without back buds, they sometimes die back. So I'm first growing all the buds out. Let's see if I can focus. There we go. So I'm growing all these buds out. I'll probably start wiring some of them. And then once all the branches are there along the trunk line, then I'll cut back these really big, thick branches that are not a part of that beautiful tapering trunk line. And there is some, olives don't get this kind of craggy, incredible bark unless they're 15 plus years old, usually 30. So it's gonna be an incredible tree. Plan on putting that in an antique Chinese container once it's ready. Here's some projects. Here's a Katsura japonica. It does make its fruits. It's kind of cut back right now, so it's not the most awesome looking thing. Here's a chocolate vine, another unusual variety. I plan on making cuttings from this. And here are some beauty berries. Some mummies that I'll be making. This is a pretty cool one. Ficus carica. So this is just, looks like a stump right now, but it's in training. So this is the first, just the base and the bottom. I'm gonna wanna grow out a giant branch that way, cut, giant branch out there, cut. So this is basically the first turn in the tapering trunk. So it's got a long way to go. But incredible Nabari and age on that bottom piece. Okay, moving on to some of the mame. So this is a pyracantha with yellow berries. I'll be air layering off pieces to make some mame trees. Here's some of the mames. Very small. This is actually a, let's see if I could get some focus. Okay, we'll do this. So this is a container I made, but it's based on an antique Japanese container made by Takamoto Masanori. It's just starting to wake up. Really pretty there. Here we have some figs. This one's gonna be a semicascade. That's also a pot I made. There's an antique Chinese container, very small container, which is actually really hard to get nowadays. And that tree's still, that fig's still dormant. There's another semicascade. This is my pride and joy. We'll bring this guy out so we can see it a little bit better. Okay. I've been training this one for many years now, and it was just a little cutting, and now it's really starting to ramify out. It's got age on that trunk, good movement, lots of branching. I put it in a container of equivalent value in my eyes. And so this is an antique by Takamoto Masanori. Very classic oval shape, seen in Count Matsudara's book. I don't know if it's actually from, but similar style was seen in his book. It's gonna be a stellar tree. All right, let's get another. This is another really cool tree. Bring them out. There we go. So semi-cascade, also in a pot by Takamoto Masanori. Celadon glaze, looks like it could be ash. Thick glaze. And semi-cascade, Ficus carica, just starting to bud out. Another very old tree. Looking forward to seeing this one develop even further. Nice craggy bark. Starting to get that age. Cool. So that's it for now, you guys. Thank you for viewing that brief garden tour. I have some other trees, but those are the ones of importance. And there will be further garden updates, especially with the new place. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.